Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Sextuples by Philip Newman. So this continues our Little Killer theme week. So let's go over the rules. So in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have these little killers outside the grid with an unknown sum, and we'll go over that in a second. But the way little killers work is there's an arrow, and it points at the sum, the cells along that diagonal. So in this case, this arrow points at these green cells. And what we care about is the sum of those cells, and that's going to be clued. But it's clued a little bit differently in this puzzle. Now, there is no additional rule here, right? We're just looking at the sums of the cells. There's no rule about not repeating. There's no rule about that. Just normal Sudoku rules tell you how things can't repeat. It's not like killer cages, where in killer cages, there is an additional non-repeat rule. That does not exist for little killer. So if I wanted to, I could put a 1 here, a 1 here, a 1 here, and a 2 here. I couldn't put a 1 here. It's not because of the little killer. It's because of the box. Right. Hopefully that's clear. And the additional rule here is the sum. Basically, all of these are clued with the same number. We don't know what number it is, but all of these little killers have the same sum as each other. And those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. Okay. So something I'm seeing is this sum here. Let's make that green here. This sum here is pretty big. But also what I'm noticing is that this sum here, let's make that purple, and this sum here, let's make that blue. They overlap in these cells. So what can we say? Since we know they're the same sum, let's look at the purple first, just to keep things separate. These sum to the same as these, and this cell overlaps between them, right? So what we could do is we could get rid of this, and we still don't know what the sum is, but we know that these green cells sum to the same as the purple cell, which means they have to sum to at most 6. Now, what is the minimum this could sum to? Well, we could put a 1-2 pair here and a 1-2 pair here, and that's already 6. So that worked out very well. That means we have to put a 6 here. And then whatever this value is ends up being the final sum, right? It gives us the final sum. So these have to be 1, 2, and 1, 2. But we also had this blue cell. So let's look at the blue cell. Let's get rid of this green, make this green. Because this is both blue and green, we can remove it. And now we know these sum to the same as this one. So what can we say about that? Well, these add to at least 3. This could be 4. This could be a 1, right? So that would add to 4. And this could be a 1 also, and that would add to 5. So this is a 5 or a 6. But that means that this is only 1 or 2. Because if this were a 3, we'd already be adding to, 3 plus 3, that's 6, 7. But we can't put a 7 in blue. So this being a 1 or 2, that means our total sum is going to be either 7 or 8. Okay. That seems like a good start to me. These are all 1, 2s. So maybe I should look at this next. Or this one. This one's actually good because we have a 1, 2 pair in here. So this is 3, 4 minimum. That's 7. We know our maximum sum is 8 because of this. Also this. And so this has to be a 1 to go with the 3, 4. That's our minimum. It has to be the minimum because it's this 2 and this 1 here. What else can I say? This is from 5, 6. Okay, I don't think I need these colors, but we do know that this sum ends up being this value. Okay. So we add to 8, right? Okay, if we add to 8, then this has to be 6, 2, and this has to be 6, 2, and that's a 1. And this should add to 8. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it does add to 8. That's a 5. Very nice. So we know our sum is 8. Is it this one then, or this one? I think there's some openness. So 8 has to be 2, 6, or 3, 5. Well, this certainly can't be 2, 6 because we can't put a 2 in any of these cells or a 6 in any of these cells. So this is 3, 5, and we know the order. Okay, so we did know that one. That's 4 or 3. Think about whether I might as well fill these. These are 2, 4. We know the order. Okay, and these are 1, 6. Don't know the order yet. So I'm thinking our last sum here is probably helpful. This is at least 3. Let's do a minimums. This is at least 3. This could be a 1. And this is at least 2. And so that adds to 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 1 degree of freedom here. We can't add 1 to this one because the 2 is gone. That gives us 6 and 1. We could add 1 to this one, or we could add 1 to this one, I think. So we could do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or we could do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that works. So there must be more Sudoku to do. We can place this 1 up here. 2's in one of these 2. And one of these 2. So 2's don't help. 3's. 3's in one of these 2. That helps a lot. Yeah. So 3 in this box is one of these 2. So that makes that a 2. And now we know these add to 6, right? Because this is 2. So that makes that a 4. That places the last 2 as well. All right, this is going very smoothly. We have 4, 5, 6 here. That's not a 4. This is a 3, 4 pair. So that's not a 4. That places 4 in the column. This is 5 or 6. This is 3 or 4, not a 3. So that's 4 and 3 and 4. Here we've got 3, 5, 6. Here we've got 3, 5. Here we've got 3, 6. No. Yeah, 3, 6. So the 6 goes here. 3 goes there. That's 5 and 3. We get a deep, deep dude in the corner. Nice. That's 5. That's 6. That's 3. That's 6 and 5. And that's a 5. And we're done. Nice puzzle, Philip. I enjoyed that. Yeah, it seems like the key was recognizing how this kind of pattern here worked of the overlap. They really restricted each other a lot, given that they had the same sum. So that was neat. I enjoyed that. It was ambiguous for a little bit that it was 7 or 8, but I think it was pretty obvious. Yeah, this forced it to be 8. This 3, 4 in here forced it to be 8. I remember that now. So we figured out the sum pretty quick. And once we knew that, this resolved and this kind of resolved, and then Sudoku did the rest. So that was neat. Hope you enjoyed this as well. And if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.